All right, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Mike Terry, your host. This is the NoName podcast, streaming to you live from C2C Indie Radio here at the Shack. I don't know. That wasn't funny, but I went for it. Shout out to Ken. Shout out to Mike, man, the engineers, the MVPs, the Swift's Army Knives, the people that make it look so easy, man. Putting all the work in behind the camera. Appreciate these guys so much. Shout out to the whole C2C Indie Radio family. Shout out to the my bad. You can follow. I'm trying to multitask again. Here we go. You can follow C2C Indie Radio on Facebook and Instagram. They're also on Twitter. Facebook, it'll be CTWOC Indie Radio. If you follow them on Instagram, it'll be C2C Indie Radio. All C2C Indie Radio. All right. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. They got the whole shebang. The whole shebang for you. Also, you can check out the you can also check out. Damn it. I'm gonna get this shit together, man. The whole multitasking. But the point is, they got the website, they got the app, c2cindieradio.com. You can download the app. It's a lot of different streams of entertainment. There's hip hop, R&B, country, gospel, rock, poetry, comedy. Yeah. You can go into the poetry and comedy tab. That's where you'll find this podcast and other different streams of entertainment. Man, it's pretty dope, man. It's pretty dope. And they're also looking for unsigned artists. So if you're a singer, you're a poet, you're an artist of any kind, man. You're unsigned. Call into the podcast 315-925-7262. You know what I mean? Say, hey, my name's Rebecca. I do poetry. You know what I mean? I would love to get in contact. We'll go ahead and take your number down, your name, and we'll, hand it off to C2C Indie Radio, man. It's all about helping who you can. Helping who you can on the way up. All right, here we go. I'm listing the top 10 stand-up comedians of all time. Call in and stop me. No, I'm playing. Comedians of all time. All time. So you call in 315-925-7262 if you don't agree. Agree or you think I missed somebody. Somebody. All right, there we go. And that's tagged, yada, yada, yada. Episode 42. One thing I noticed, though, too, is once I post this to Facebook, some, more people start to watch it a little bit. So I think some people just be waiting for that. Whether they, I don't know if people are still struggling to find it on YouTube or what, but. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Oh, dope, man. All right, here we go. Boom, 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 and post. All right, people. There's that. Because of this episode being visual, I got some pictures. We got some videos. I'm not gonna go Instagram Live. I feel like that would just do it a disservice. But I don't know. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. We're going to list the top 10 comedians, stand-up comedians of all time. Because there's a difference. Comedians, you can generalize that and say comedians are often in movies and stuff like that. But stand-up comedians, standing on the stage, putting the time in, working at the craft, developing, just there's so many different ways to do stand-up comedy, and there's beautiful. I put a lot of thought into this, by the way, people. Put a lot of thought into this. Took 2 days to come down with the list to be decisive. I even had to cut somebody out. I almost put somebody in before we No, yeah. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until I do honorable mentions until we're about to go into the list. Before we get into the list, I want to break down what is stand-up comedy to its core. When you shed all the bullshit, what is stand-up comedy to its core? And check this out. I did a little bit of research. All right. Now let's see where my reading level is at. All right. Google. I typed in the definition of art. What is the definition of art? Because I've heard some people say, well, comedy is an art form and stuff like that, right? Definition of art: the expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form such as painting or sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. First off, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back because I did real good. I didn't even stumble on that shit. Did you notice? Anybody? All right. So that's dope. That's food for thought. And then did another Google search. I found this through Quora. Quora is the name of the website, but I typed in how is stand-up comedy a form of art? And someone wrote an article. It's a part-time comedian. His name is Daniel Fawcett. He wrote, this is just a piece of the big paragraph, the big essay that he wrote. When you start to explore the different ways of writing and constructing jokes, you start to see the need for originality. Art is found within the individual comedian's unique take on a subject. It could be a new premise or a story that we've heard 1,000 times. Originality is art, and originality is the most sought after trait in stand-up comedy. I stumbled a little bit, but I got through it. That's just some more food for thought. Then when I typed in, what is stand-up comedy? What is the definition of stand-up comedy to its truest purpose? I kept getting the same result. So it says, and this is off of Wikipedia. I heard they be lying sometimes, so take it with a grain of salt. But definition of stand-up comedy to its purest form is a comedic performance to a live audience in which the performer addresses the audience directly from the stage. The performer is known as a comedian, comic, or stand-up. Stand-up comedy consists of one-liners, stories, observations, or a stick that may incorporate props, music, magic tricks, or ventriloquism. It can be performed almost anywhere, including comedy clubs, comedy festivals, bars, nightclubs, colleges, or theaters. So that's the not lyrical, but that's the basic definition of stand-up comedy to its core. Basically, going on stage with the intent to make people laugh, speaking to the audience, and just working on the craft, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Without further ado, man, we ain't gonna bullshit no more. We ain't gonna play around with it no more. We are listing the top 10 stand-up comedians of all time. Yes, you can try to water it down and say, hey, that's Mike's opinion. But you know what? I'm gonna stand on it. This is the list. The top 10 list of all stand-up comedians of all time. You got your top 5, your top 3, all that other shit. We going top 10 today. And I feel like this is solid. I put this is my process. Let me walk you through the process before. I wrote down a bunch of names and I was like, all right, who are the greatest stand-up comedians of all time? And I wrote down name after name after name after name. And then I sat there and I looked at them like, all right, I circled one. I'm like, all right, he's definitely on it. All right, she's definitely on it. And then out of those circles, I put 10. I wrote, I had 10 circles, and then I started to categorize them. All right, who's number 10? Who's number 9? Who's number, et cetera, et cetera. And also I wrote down reasons of why they're on this list. So I think this is pretty solid. It's pretty thought out. Before I go ahead and we start on the list, I'm going to go ahead and shout out some honorable mentions. This might trigger some people. Eddie Murphy. Yes, people, that's right. He did not make it on the top 10 list. Respect to Eddie Murphy. He's funny as hell. As far as stand-up comedians, I know he did comedy for years. I have no doubt. He came out with 2 specials. They were both great. He did not make the list, people. Not because he's not funny. It's just, I wanted to go with longevity as well. I wanted to put that into effect. People who are, been doing it for a while, man, and put out multiple specials as well, and just hilarious. Now, if you want to go top 10 comedians of all time, yes, definitely. You definitely put him in there. Who else? Chris Rock, honorable mention. Maybe I don't know enough about him, but point is, I stand on it, man. I know he's funny. He can be educational and stuff like that. A lot of other people a lot of other stand-up comedians have respect for Chris Rock. You know, I do too. Just with all due respect, he ain't make it on the list. No disrespect. Who else? Bernie Mac. Honorable mention to Bernie Mac. Dude's hilarious, man. It was a tough list, people. It was a tough list. That's why he didn't make it on there. It was a tough list. I know my sister's probably upset with me, but I don't know, man. It was a tough list. But everybody who's on the list is on the list for a reason. Also, one more shout out, one more honorable mention to Talent the Comedian. He's not necessarily like, doesn't have the industry mainstream limelight on him, but every time he comes to Syracuse, every time I see him on a YouTube clip, dude is funny, man. It's funny, and I feel like, there's I've heard someone said it, there's levels to comedy. I think it was Godfrey or it was Eddie Griffin, but they said it was levels to comedy. It was Godfrey. He said there's levels to comedy. You know what I mean? There's the local comedian at your Funny Bone or your comedy club. There's a local comedian who he's hosting or he's headlining and he's funny, but nobody knows him like that. And then there's the guy who comes into town and he can draw a little bit of the audience and stuff like that. Like you know him and he's always funny, but he's not industry. He's not mainstream. And then there's like the Tommy Davidsons who he's funny. You've seen him in movies. You've seen him in sketch comedy shows and stuff like that. When you see him, you're like, okay, we're gonna go check out Tommy Davidson. And then there's freaking what did he say? There's Chris Rocks. There's Kevin Hart's, which is Kevin Hart would be like the guy. You know what I mean? The guy right now. So, but the point is, without further ado, man, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, who is number 10 on the top 10 stand-up comedians of all time list? Ladies and gentlemen, Aries Spears. Aries Spears. You may be asking yourself, why? Why Aries Spears, man? Dude is hilarious. If you've never watched a YouTube clip, I suggest you go ahead and check him out. Also, he does great impressions, man. Out of every stand-up comedian who can do impressions, you got Godfrey. Respect to Godfrey. You got other people who do impressions, but he's the one, bro. Denzel is on point. Jay-Z is on point. He can rap. He got the cadence. You know what, man? Enough of talking. Enough of me talking. Go ahead and check this clip out right here. Check this clip out. You don't believe me.
I like when rappers get together and make good music as opposed to killing each other. Like, if I could have it my way, I'd like to see 4 of my favorite rappers come together and make a song. I'd have like LL Cool J, Snoop Dogg, DMX, and my man Jay-Z. And I say, I'm amazed at Jay-Z, not because he's a great rapper. Everybody know he's a great rapper. How the fuck did he get Beyonce? Because he is a ugly motherfucker. Like, is it me or does that nigga look like Joe Camel? Am I the only one to see that shit? He could finish a whole stick of chapstick in one use. But like I said, I have LL, Snoop, DMX, Jay-Z. I'd have LL do the intro because he just got that cool, suave swagger. Like, LL seemed like he don't even need a woman to be turned on. He can stand in front of the mirror, chest naked, and turn himself on. Like, he be saying there, DJ, hit that track for me. Yo, what's up, baby? This your man, LL Cool J. Ain't nothing like when you put vanilla ice cream on your chest, let it melt down in your genitals. I got my man Snoop Dogg, DMX, and Jay-Z in the building. It's about to be real sexual, real erotic, baby. Hey, yo, Snoop, holla at me, it's your man LL. Hey, yo, 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg taking condoms out the door. Ready to get up in you, so back on up. Grab a condom, cause I'm ready to fuck. Bitch, what? Having 3 hoes is some gangster shit. You know how a dog do when a gangster pimp. We don't sweat shit, cause we know we can't be faded. We just sit back, debate it while getting our hair braided. Nate Dogg, Warren G, Daz, and Corrupt. We gon' rep till we die, that's why we throw them things up. For shizzle my nizzle in the LBC. You know my name, Snoop Digo, Double G. Yo, it's your man DMX. Where's my dogs at? Where's my dogs? What? Yeah. Yo, I done told y'all dogs about fucking with me. I done told y'all dogs about fucking with me. When a dog starts to bark, it's followed by the bite. That's when you feel the pain and you headed for the light. Don't get upset, nigga. That's just how a dog do. And I won't stop eating until the dog's throw. I bring that real style, baby. With that real meal, lady. Yo, Jay-Z, holla at him. Talk to me, man. It's your boy in the building. It's Young Hova. Homie, I told you the king's over. I got it locked. Oh, yo, shit, stop. That's not called a persona made for martyr. Think you got it locked on barber. I'm taking the game further. I'm Roy when I hit, Helen out when I switch. I'm like Ike Turner. And what's love when I'm pissed? If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. It's your boy, nigga.
That was dope, man. That was dope. Appreciate you, Ken. That was dope, man. Dude is great with impressions, but he's also funny as hell as a stand-up comedian, man. Aside from the impressions, man, like if you got to choose one person to put on this list who can do impressions but also be funny, is definitely Ari Spears, hands down, man. Top 10, man. Respect to him, man. Been doing it for like I think about 30 plus years now, man. Been doing it for a while, man. It was funny on Mad TV and stuff like that, man. Shout out to him, man. And that I feel like 10 and 9 could be a little debatable, but I feel like this is a strong number 9, people. I feel like this is a strong number 9. Moving to the next person. Who is number 9 on the top 10 stand-up comedians of all time list? Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Lawrence from the 90s. From the 90s, though. Not 2000 plus Martin Lawrence. Respect to him. But, bro, come on. Nobody could mess with this dude, man. Nobody could mess with this dude. When you think of Def Comedy Jam, you think of Martin Lawrence. When you think of Bad Boys, you think of Martin Lawrence, man. When you think of comedy in the 90s, this dude swims through your mind, man. This dude is freaking hilarious. So many characters on the Martin Lawrence show, the Martin Show, you know what I mean? That's still funny to this day. I was watching a clip. Excuse me, I'm stuttering. I watched a clip last night that made me laugh. His stuff is timeless, man. Stand-up comedy. He had 2 specials. Run Till That. That was the second one. And You So Crazy. He also had like another, semi-special. It was like 23 minutes or whatever. But point is, this dude was funny, man. My favorite comedian growing up. My favorite stand-up comedian growing up. Always made me laugh. So you damn right he going to show up on the list, man. Damn right he going to show up on the list. And if you never seen any of his stand-up, I feel bad for you. But you know what? We coming to the rescue. I got a clip coming real quick of when he was hosting Def Comedy Jam. This shit was funny. And on the sidetrack, I try to keep these clips short to a degree. That way it wouldn't take up too much time. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and show you this clip right now, man. This shit is funny.
Got my man over here, Flavor Flav. Look at him. Get up for Flavor Flav. I know. Ain't nobody like Flavor Flav. Look. All right, nigga, sit your ass down. This is my show. You can't fuck with me on the mic, man. Flav, sit down, man. All right, you crazy, but I'm crazy too, motherfucker. Crazy, but I'm crazy too. Fuck that shit, Flav. Flav so ugly, roaches do like this. Daddy! was my man, Flav. I'm fucking with you.
Shout out, man, to Martin Lawrence, man. Dude is funny, bro. Dude is funny. You got to be on your top 10 list, man. Top 10 stand-up comedians of all time, man. I don't know. I can't say enough about it, man. You know, it'd be a blessing. You know what I mean? Some days you want to meet people like that. You want to just meet them like, hey, man, I just wanted you to know, man, he's my favorite growing up and stuff like that, man. Love your show. But people hear that, you know, people on that level, they hear that so much, it's probably don't even mean shit to them. But moving on, man. I know this probably going to rub some people the wrong way. I don't know. But I stand by this jump, man. It can't all be black people, man. If you got to choose one white stand-up comedian of all time, you got to throw this person on the list, man. I understand. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm not even going to ruin it. Not even going to ruin it. We're going to go right into it. Who is number 8 on the top 10 stand-up comedians of all time list? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bill Burr. Yep. Yeah, I did it. Yep. I own it. I stand by it. I stamp it. You got George Carlin. I respect it. I respect it, man. About him. He real thought provoking. You know, I think he I don't from what I've seen, I know there was a point where of course the goal is to be funny, but it's also to be a little thought provoking with stand-up comedy. You know, wake people up, get them aware of what's really going on. And I know he devoted a good portion of his stand-up comedy career to adapting that style where, you know what I mean, you're cracking jokes, but you're also trying to make people aware. But I feel like Bill Burr, I don't know, he's been funny to me. When you see him on the Dave Chappelle show, he was funny there. But more on a personal level, man, there's a point in time where I was really depressed. I was really down. And then I came across one of his videos, and in that dark place, he made me laugh and made me laugh hard. And I started watching more of his stand-up. I started listening to his podcast and the Monday morning podcast. And, you know what I mean? It helped me. It helped me. And I feel like that's a deeper meaning of stand-up comedy, too. You know what I mean? To make people laugh in whatever state they're in. You know, like I don't know. I feel like that means something. Like that's something to be applauded. I feel like that's important also. You know, yeah, because I feel like there's happy comedy where somebody's telling happy jokes and stuff like that, and then sometimes you need somebody to tell some dark jokes to get you out that place too, man. To get you to laughing. You know what I mean? It just. You know what, man? Check this clip out. I think y'all understand a little bit better if y'all see him for himself, man. Check out this clip of Bill Burr.
It's nice to be back here down in the South, man. I had a real weird experience last time I came down here. I was in Nashville, right? Sort of an awkward social situation, right? I'm sitting at this bar. There's this white dude sitting like 2 stools away. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. And that Terrell Owens story was in like sports news. So I try to make conversation. I'm like, man, look at this guy. This guy just signed a $40 million contract. He's already bitching, man. How much money do you need to make? And the dude looks at me. He's like, you know what I say? And then he looked over his shoulder, which I now know is the telltale sign that the N-word is coming, and it's coming hard. Oh yeah, it's not gonna be pronounced with the A, it's gonna be with the R, and he hit the R, he like stuck the landing. There was like a dismount, Klan members high-fiving in the background, like doing the wave. Just out of nowhere, so now immediately I'm looking over my shoulder like, dude, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? I'm waiting for like this hail of black fists to come raining down on top of me. I hate when people do stuff like that. That dude made me part of like a potential ass-kicking that I had nothing to do with. You don't do shit like that. He just had that word, hot potato, just threw it in my lap. Like, trying to pass it down to the next white dude. I hate when people do that, man. You know, it's like, dude, feel me out first. Ask some questions. Do you like to fish? Have you ever fucked your sister, right? I start rattling off answers, then you go old school. You give me a pamphlet, you tell me about your militia. Don't just dive into it. That dude was one of the angriest people I ever met. I should have known that word was coming, because he was just watching Terrell, right? Anytime I would bring up, look at man, the guy's talking trash, he would just like flip out. He won't shut up! You know those people get like so mad they're not even looking at you? Their eyes are up. You just shut up and play the game! You know what's funny? I don't even like Terrell, but now I love the guy. Because every time I see him talking trash, I know this idiot in Nashville is just losing his mind, like kicking over his kitchen TV. Shut the fuck up! I like violence, man. I am. Not like when it happens to me or if I see it live. I like watching it on TV, you know? Watching people, you know, get attacked by animals. Just get blasted in the face or something, you know? Like, I'm a huge sports fan. You know my favorite, like, moment of, like, the last year was in sports? That Detroit Piston, Indiana Pacer bench clearing brawl. Wasn't that great? That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I was so confused when I watched ESPN that day. They were like, that was absolutely disgraceful. Basketball fans, it just must be a... I'm sitting there looking like, I'm a basketball fan. I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed watching out-of-shape civilians get the shit kicked out of them by professional athletes. It was fascinating. And I think as sports fans, we kind of had it coming, right? Because how many times you gone to a game, right? You got a little too drunk, you started screaming at some dude on the field who could clearly kick the shit out of you, right? If you saw him in the parking lot, you'd be like, hey, can you sign my stamp collection? I think you're awesome. You get in the game, you're all drunk, you're like, you suck, buddy! You're a piece of shit! And they're always calling him up, come on up here! No, come on up here! Well, they came up there. They did, and they kicked the shit out of everybody. It was great. It was like a cartoon. You're like beating up whole rows of people at once, like... I loved every second. I love how Ron Artest punched the wrong guy. Wasn't that great? He taught that dude a valuable lesson in life. When shit goes down, you don't just stand there like you're watching a movie like, wow, it's coming right at me. Must be in 3D or something. That was a 5'6", 110-pound white dude, had an angry 6'10" black dude running right at him. That had to have been in his top 3 nightmares all time. Right behind getting his dick cut off and being lit on fire. And he just stood there. He's like trying to explain himself. Well, I still have the liquid in my cup, so there's no way I could have... He's an idiot.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful, man. This was funny. I was laughing, man. You get kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's just mental awareness, but I could kind of sense a level of anger, but it's channeled. It's channeled in the comedy. I don't know, but that joke was funny, man. If that joke ain't make you laugh, I don't know. You gotta check and see if you still got a soul. I don't know. But that was number 8 on the list, man. Number 8. We moving pretty well with time, man. I'm trying not to take up too much of y'all time, but we gotta establish it, man. We gotta establish it. I was watching ESPN, and after the Warriors won their championship, man, people are talking about top 10. Does Steph Curry moving to the top 10? It made me think, man. I don't think we've established a stand-up comedy top 10 of all time. I don't think. I mean, you got your top 5. How do you feel like I'm doing so far in this, Ken?
I think you're doing good. I don't know. See, me, I probably would have put Eddie Murphy in there.
Okay.
But I'm not a comedian, so I'm going to have to go by your standards of what you're saying when you said stand-up. So I'm like, okay, I get what he's saying. You're on stage performing. So, yeah. All right, I see as the difference.
Okay. I appreciate it. We gonna get further and further, man. I feel like we might get somebody calling in once we get into the top 5. I don't know. But it's open for debate.
All right,
but
what do you think about the older ones, like Red Fox?
Oh, Red Fox. Yeah. I like Red Fox.
Okay. All right.
I could research some more on Red Fox. I like his wordplay.
Okay.
He was talking about the different shades of black people.
Yeah.
It was like light, bright, and damn near white. That joke was funny. I like that joke. I like the joke where he was like, sometimes you gotta say to your significant other, "You've got to wash your ass." Like that joke. That joke was funny. I liked him, but I feel like I haven't seen so many YouTube clips about him and stuff like that. But I know I've heard stories about him coming up with so many different comedy albums as far as when they used to have it on the record, having them in that form. I think he had the most when it came to that form or something like that, which I definitely respect. And, you know, once again, it's debatable. But I feel like somebody got to establish it. So I'm taking it upon myself. And, you know, it is what it is, man. Let's get this conversation started, you know. That's what it's all about, man. All right, so we're going to keep it moving forward, man. Keep it moving forward. Number 7, ladies and gentlemen, who is number 7 on the top 10 stand-up comedians of all time list? It is Earthquake. Earthquake, man. Come on now. Fight me on it. Stand-up comedians, man. Earthquake, always funny. Always funny. I have not met him in person, but that whole special when he was hosting Laugh-A-Palooza, that was hilarious. I like his set during that. And some of these clips that I'm bringing up, I tried to make it, of course, time sensitive, but I also tried to make it a little obscure, maybe sets that, you know, generally everybody hasn't seen, just to keep it entertaining, keep it interesting. But also, man, among being funny, I love his style, his comedy style. He doesn't do a whole bunch of cartwheels and act outs, but from watching him, I've learned how to put emphasis on my words and stuff like that. So, you know, I was able to learn something and, you know, take a tool and, you know, better my own career. You know what I mean? Better my own style. But enough of the talking, man. Let's go ahead and watch a clip from Earthquake, man.
But black people, we got to do something about our kids because them little motherfuckers are dangerous. 12-year-old brother killed everybody in Burger King. When he got locked up, he going to lie to the judge talking about he innocent because he had a split personality. If I was the judge, I'd say, well, both of you niggas going to do the time because one of y'all could have called the police. It only take one hand to dial 911, you bad bastards. Because they committing crimes we would never done when we was young. Bullshit you not. When I see 4 or 5 young brothers walking down the street, I'm like white people, oh shit, here them niggas come. Don't look at them, baby, don't look at them niggas. Fuck your hair, take that gold off. They'll rape both of us. What kind of nigga rape you and your wife? That ain't right. She like, help me, bitch, my ass hurt too. You need to help me, show them a titty, get them off of my ass. I thought I had to fight these niggas. I ain't know they was a gang of rapists. You and your wife in rape counseling. They asked what happened. She just started snitching. Well, they fucked him first. And he was screaming like a bitch. I was ashamed to be that nigga's wife. Why you pissing and shitting all on yourself? You always trying to fuck me in the ass. I thought you said the shit didn't hurt. I'm gonna tell you like you tell me at night. Relax your muscles. Breathe slowly. You just want to put the head in for a little while.
Yeah, man. That's just a little snippet, man. A little snippet of Earthquake, man. Not necessarily his greatest work, but you know what I mean. He's got a new special out. New special out on Netflix, presented by Dave Chappelle. I forgot the name of it right now, but I know we promoted it on here before. But I would definitely go check that out if you know what I mean. You want to know why would he be on the list? Go ahead and check that special out. That's a great example, man. And some, you know, I feel like comedy. Maybe comedy styles age, but comedy itself, comedians, they can still be funny. You know, I don't know. I think my point is some people, you know, they start out funny and like 50 years, you go and see them, you know, in their 50th year of doing stand-up comedy and they're still hilarious. You know, and I feel like that's something to be admired. That's something to be, you know, complimented. But I don't know, man. He's funny to me, man. He's funny to me. If you feel like somebody else should be number 7, call in, let me know. 315-925-7262, man. But he's a funny dude, man. I know, yeah. Let's stay on track. Let me stay on track. All right, so that's number 7, people. I don't think anybody's going to argue with number 6. I don't think anybody's going to argue with number 6, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, who is number 6 on the top 10 stand-up comedians of all time list? Cat Williams. Of course. Not only is he funny, man. Hold up. He's funny as hell. And then I have him. Yeah, he's come up with 10 stand-up comedy specials. He has produced 10 stand-up comedy specials, which is the most of any stand-up comedian, living or dead. Now, there's Red Fox with the most comedy albums. That's on record. But as far as stand-up comedy specials, and something that I've heard him say in the interview, what he does now, you know, some people have their comedy specials produced by Netflix. He's kind of taking a different approach. And shout out to Nipsey Hussle, the thought of ownership. He actually funds his comedy tours and his comedy specials himself, and then he rents it out to Netflix. So he still gets, you know, more of the profit, but he also allows them, you know, you use it for like 5 years, whatever, etc. That's pretty dope, man. I like that. I like that mentality, you know, because I've heard more and more stories about, I don't know, just comedians being in a hole, man. Like they look like they're doing well, but financially they're crushed, and you know, I feel like he's found a way around that, man. And he's still funny, you know. We've talked about his latest special, how, you know, it was more so educational. I feel like it was more so educational than funny, but that, pardon me, that, you know, he has a great body of work, so I don't think that necessarily takes away from his greatness or his brilliance. You know, always got love for Cat Williams, man. You know, he's somebody, if I feel like, based off the interviews, I don't know, I feel like he's a real person. But, you know, like, if I met him in person, I don't know. I have to pick, you know, I have to meet him on the right day. I feel like he might, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it might test you. I don't know. But without further ado, man, we got a comedy clip for you. I haven't seen this one before checking it out, but go ahead and check this out, man. You don't think Cat Williams funny? Come check this out.
I know the police is on some different shit. You don't have to tell me. I found out the hard way. They did some shit to me I didn't even know they was allowed to do. I knew they could take a nigga to jail. I thought that was it. These motherfuckers put me in a real mental institution with real crazy people. What the fuck? I might have thought I was crazy till you put me in here with the real crazy motherfuckers. Now I know I'm saying this shit. You ain't lived till you try to break up a fight with a motherfucker and himself. Fuck you, nigga, fuck you. One of y'all is right. That's all I'm trying to say. I ain't trying to be in your business or nothing. Fucked up. Here the fuck I tell jokes for a living. These motherfuckers got me handcuffed to a nigga who's scraping demons out his face. I'm over there like, Jesus, this is your humble servant, Lord. There's clearly been a miscommunication, Jesus. Just saying this burden is a little bit too heavy for your servant, Lord. If you could just remove this boulder off a nigga's back, Jesus. I really appreciate it, Lord. I'm just saying, Jesus, my cup runneth over, Lord, is what I'm saying. And thing is, I ain't even thirsty, Jesus, not a little bit. You can take this whole cup, the pitcher, the carafe, all of it, Jesus. Fucked up. You and that motherfucker, all you thinking is, I can't wait to get the fuck out of here. And ain't shit gonna make me stay in this son of a bitch. But they got some medication in the crazy house that will put an elephant on his back. And I don't know if you can see from your chair, but I'm not even a baby elephant. And they still gave me the whole elephant's pill. I have a trunk, but I am no elephant. They had me on 5, 6 medications at one motherfucking time, just trying to break a nigga. They had me on some shit called Seroquel. I don't know what the fuck is in Seroquel, but I think Satan's penis is in it. I really do, because it's from hell. That shit, if you whisper Seroquel to me, I become a different nigga. Just Seroquel. I'm just trying to find my happy place. I love these soft-ass pants. Fucked up.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Cat Williams, man. Funny dude, man. I enjoyed that clip. I don't know, man. He's dude is solid, man. dude is solid. I know that him and Kevin Hart had some beef at I think it was around 2018 and stuff like that.
Yeah, forgot about
that. Yeah, that is what it is. I don't, I feel like there's always two sides of a story, So, but I remember 2007 he came out, 2006 he came out with the Pimp Chronicles 1 and stuff like that, and been dropping some knowledge ever since, man. I remember, I don't want to bring up a whole bunch of negative stuff about it, man. But yeah, shout out to Cat Williams, man. I think he's funny. I think he's talented. I definitely think he's one of the greats, man. Top 10 of all time. Number 6 on this list, but top 10 in all time, man. All right, people, moving forward. We have entered into the top 5, people. The plot gets thicker. I don't think you can argue with this one either. I think this is a strong number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, who is number 5 on the top 10 stand-up comedians of all time list? Some more. It's some more, man. If you got to choose one woman, and yeah, I'll be honest, stand-up comedy is dominated mostly by men, but if you got to choose one woman to put on this list, it's some more, man. I got respect for Monique. I got respect for Adele Givens. She almost made this list. You know what I mean? But I'm like, funny, like, thing I like about some more, she's funny. Like, she's not funny for a woman. She's just funny. She's just literally funny. You put her up on the lineup with any dudes, she's going to hold her own, man. She's freaking hilarious, dude. Hilarious, man. And I feel like there's thresholds that she's crossed through to be able to be that, Like, I don't know. She legitimately makes me laugh. Like, laugh hard. Like, it's, you know what, man? Let me just watch this clip right here. Watch this clip. You'll see what I'm talking about, man.
Yes, I have enjoyed myself here. I have really enjoyed myself. People are so nice and so polite. They've just been like, bonjour, bonjour. I have been bonjouring for 5 days now. And I like it because that's something different than what I'm used to. See, in the States, people don't speak to people that they don't know. They don't. In the States, if you say to somebody, how you doing? They go, no, how you doing? Wait, but how I'm doing? How are you doing? I'm usually the only woman on the show because I'm working a male-dominated field. And I like it, though, because I think I'm different than other women. I think I'm the only woman that gets offended if I'm in a room full of men and nobody tries to hit on me. I'm serious, because most women would call it sexual harassment. I think it's only sexual harassment if they're broke. Right? I'm telling you, I'm different than most women. I trip off of women that decide that they don't need men in their life. You ever see women that act like they don't need men in their lives? Not the lesbians, the other ones. Yeah. The ones that give up on romance. Like, I have a girlfriend that went through a really bad divorce, and so she swore she didn't need a man. She was like Superwoman. She was like, I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need a man for nothing. All of that sounds good, but when you call a house, see how desperate she sounds on the answer machine. She's like, hi, this is Barbara. I'm not home right now. You can call me on my cell phone at 837-2961. Or you can reach me at my job at 638-7924. Or you can call me at my mother's house at 781-6329. Or you can email me at lonelybitch.com. Do you realize that there's things that you can do as a woman to make things financially easier for you? Oh, yeah. I call it girl power. You gotta learn how to flex your girl power sometimes. Like the next time you go to the dentist's office and he has you laid back in the chair, right as he's about to turn that chair around, ever so gently, just stick your elbow out. Gently graze the tip of those pants just a little bit. Look up at him and wink your eye. He's not going to charge you for stuff like cleaning and checkups and look at my teeth. You see that? That's girl power right there. That's girl power. I'm telling you. It kills me when I see women say that they can't find a man. I'm like, how can you not find a man? Hell, in today's society, a man can find a man. Oh, yeah. Because gay is very popular. Gay is very popular. Did you know that for the first time in the United States, we have an all-gay high school in New York City? All-gay high school. I think it's a beautiful thing. I really do. But I think that's a bit early for you to determine your sexuality. And who gets to choose who gets to go to the gay school? You be a little boy in the cafeteria sucking on a popsicle. Next thing you know, they done shipped you off to the gay school. Whoa, don't nobody suck a popsicle like that. You got to go to the gay school. Me, myself, I still don't have children. I don't, because I always promised myself, I said, I'm never gonna have children until I get married. Well, I think I waited too long to get married because I think men shouldn't get married until they're over 30. Whereas women, I think we should get married when we're younger. Not that you're ready, but just so your bridesmaids could look better. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you mess around and try to have a wedding late in life. You go down the aisle, followed by 4 or 5 baked potatoes. They got on satin dresses with the bows way up here. They mess up your pictures. You get your pictures back. You'll be like, damn, y'all messed up my wedding pictures. I thought y'all was working out. Montreal, y'all have been great. Thank y'all so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh.
Yeah, man. Shout out to some more, man. Hilarious woman of comedy. Been doing it for a while, man. Been doing it for a while. People might not know this, man. She's actually Nia Long's sister. Mm-hmm. Nia Long's sister, man. I actually did some research on that. You know, they don't actually have, and I'm not just trying to like air out their business or nothing like that. It comes to find out that they don't really have they didn't grow up in the same household. They're sisters. They have the same father. They just didn't grow up in the same household. So they grew up without a relationship. So now it's like they're just kind of cordial when they see each other. But, you know, I don't know. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll probably risk it all for some more. I ain't even gonna lie. Probably shoot up the club in there. It's neither here nor there, man. First time I saw her was on what was it? Next Friday, I think it was. Was it? No, it's Friday after next. Friday after next, man. After that, man, Soul Plane. Was she? No. Wasn't in Soul. All right, let me say on track. She wasn't in Soul Plane, but funny as hell, man. Funny as hell, bro. I was gonna show like a clip of her one of her